Good morning friends. From this lecture we will be solving long sums of retirement. So today we will start with the very first sum in our textbook, sum number 5. Let us see the sum number 5. Dhaval, Kamal and Naval are partners sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 2:1. Naval retires on 31/3/2016. Balance sheet of the firm as on 31/3/2016 was as under. Balance sheet is given. The following adjustments are agreed at the time of retirement, and at the end they have given us past journal entries, prepare necessary account and balance sheet in the firm after Naval's retirement. So first of all, we have been given with the information that there are three partners, Dhaval, Kamal and Naval, and their ratio is 2:1. So first of all, our old ratio 2:1 among three partners, Dhaval, Kamal and Naval, and we are required to prepare necessary accounts and journal entry we need to pass. So the necessary accounts will be revaluation account, partners capital account, cash account and balance sheet after revaluation. Okay, so three accounts and one balance sheet. Also we will be passing journal entry. Here I have passed the journal entry one by one. We will discuss about it. You need to make these entry in a format, and you are very well know how to prepare format for journal entry. First of all, we will go through all the adjustment. We will mark the adjustment, and then we will start taking one by one items of balance sheet and recording accordingly. So let us see the adjustment number 1. So first adjustment is value of machinery is 25,000 and value of stock is 5,000. So near machinery and stock at asset side we will put 1. Okay. Second adjustment says value of investment is rupees 8,000, which is taken by Naval at this price. So near investment we will put a mark 2, and then if we have adjustment for investment, then we will also making a tick mark near investment fluctuation fund, which is given at the liability side. So investment fluctuation fund we have marked 2. Then third one is an amount of rupees 5,000 included in creditors no longer payable. So put a mark 3 near creditors at liability side. Then fourth one is provision for workman compensation to be credited at rupees 2,000. Here we do not have any fund for workman compensation. So provision for compensation we will be passing a separate. We will be giving separate effect from this point. So we won't tick mark anywhere. 4 number we will be directly solving. The fifth one is provision for doubtful debt is to be kept 10%. So doubtful debt, that is BDR, put a tick mark near BDR at the liability side as well as debtors at the asset side. 5 number. Okay. Then 6 number, goodwill of the firm is valued rupees 40,000. For this also we will be giving direct entries. Okay. So here we have discussed about the we have marked all the adjustment in our old balance sheet. One by one we will be taking the amount of balance sheet and we will be going accordingly. So we will start from capital side, that is liability side. First amount is capital, Dhaval, Kamal and Naval, 30,000, 20,000 and 10,000 respectively. So we know this is the opening balance of capital, as we were writing in admission of a partner as a buy balance brought down. Here also the same way it will be written. So here in partners capital account buy balance brought forward 30,000, 20,000 and 10,000. Let's see the next item. Next item is general reserve 5,000. So as we know, general reserve, it is a reserve, it is to be credited to partners capital account in their old profit and loss sharing ratio. Old profit and loss sharing ratio we have seen, it is 2:1. When we will distribute 5,000 in this ratio, the individual amount will come 2,000, 2,000 and 1,000 accordingly respectively. So here it is general reserve in capital account by general reserve 2,000, 2,000 and 1,000. Now we also need to pass journal entry for all such things. So for this general reserve, this will be the entry general reserve account debit to Dhaval's capital account, to Kamal's capital account, to Naval's capital account. 5,000, 2,000, 2,000 and 1,000. Next item is investment fluctuation fund, which is marked with the adjustment number 2. Adjustment number 2 says value of investment is rupees 8,000, which is taken by Naval at this price, and investment given in asset is rupees 10,000. Now friends, we have to consider all things one by one. First of all, invest given in the balance sheet is rupees 10,000 and it is valued at rupees 8,000. At this price, Naval has taken the investment. So first of all, we will give treatment for the price at which Naval has taken the investment. Here Naval's capital account will be debited and investment will be credited. So here the entry is Naval's capital account debit 8,000 and investment account credit 8,000. Okay, now there was investment of rupees 10,000, so there is a loss of rupees 2,000 in investment. Against that we have investment fluctuation fund of rupees 2,500. So out that loss of 2,000 will be settled again investment fluctuation fund. So the excess amount of investment fluctuation fund which remains now 500. How come 500? 2,500 is the amount of investment fluctuation fund and 2,000 is the loss on sale of investment. Loss on sale of investment that is taken by Naval, right? So out of 2,500, 2,000 will be adjusted against investment and 500 will be distributed among the partners in their whole profit and loss sharing ratio. So here the entry is investment fluctuation fund 2,500. Out of 2,500, 2,000 is adjusted to investment account. So to investment account 2,000, right? And to Naval's capital, Kamal's capital and Naval's capital 200, 200, 100 respectively. This 500 amount is distributed among all three in their whole profit and loss sharing ratio. So we will give effect of this in the accounts here in partners capital account by investment fluctuation fund 200, 200 and 100. Now friends, nothing will come in balance sheet as investment or any fund because fund is already used. It is used for investment and it is remaining amount is distributed and investment is taken over by Naval. So nothing will come, only the thing will come at the debit side of capital account of Naval, the price at which investment is taken by him. So here it is to investment in the column of Naval rupees 8,000. Okay, so here this was all about the investment and investment fluctuation fund. Let's see the next item. Bad debts reserve. It is given 2,000 and marked with the adjustment number 5. Adjustment number 5 says the provision for doubtful debt is to be kept at 10% on debtors. Debtors are given 30,000. So debtors are given 30,000. 10% BDR is applicable on that provision we have to create. So 10% of 30,000 will be 3,000. Already BDR given to us is rupees 2,000. So what will happen? We will have to make an extra provision of rupees 1,000 for BDR. Once again I say that 30,000 is the debtor, 10% BDR we have to calculate, 10% BDR, 10% of 30,000 will come 3,000 and 2,000 BDR is already with us in the old balance sheet. So remaining 1,000 we will have to create provision for. Okay, so here it is debtors 30,000 minus 3,000, 27,000. So 27,000 will be the amount of debtors in outer column of balance sheet and 3,000 out of 3,000, 2,000 already we have, 1,000 we have to create. So 1,000 here we have created, we have recorded at revaluation account debit side, revaluation account debit side to BDR 1,000 and entry for this will be revaluation account debit to bad debts reserve account. So here the entry is revaluation account debit to bad debts reserve account 1,000. Let us see the next item. Rupees 15,500 and it is marked with adjustment number 3. Adjustment number 3 says an amount of rupees 5,000 included in creditor is no longer payable. Now friends, as creditors of rupees 5,000 is no longer payable, we will have to remove them from the creditors. So here it is balance sheet creditors 15,500 minus no longer payable 5,000, 10,500. Now this 5,000 is our profit. We don't need to pay our liability, that is our profit. So this will be credited to revaluation account. Here it is by creditors rupees 5,000 and journal entry will be creditors account debit to revaluation account, which is here, which is past year, creditors account debit to revaluation account rupees 5,000. Next item. So here as liability side is over. Now we will take asset side. Asset side, very first item is given rupees 10,000 goodwill. We very well know that any goodwill appearing in the books of account will be written off among all the partners in their old ratio. So that will be debited to partners capital account. So here it is partners capital account to goodwill and 4,000, 4,000, 2,000. How come 4,000, 4,000, 2,000? Because the 10,000 is distributed among three partners in their ratio. The ratio is 2:1. So it comes 4,000, 4,000 and 2,000. Next item. So entry for the same will be here. We will have to pass journal entry also. So here the entry is doubles capital account debit, covers capital account debit, doubles capital account debit to goodwill account 10,000. Okay. Next item. Machinery is given rupees 20,000 and it is marked with the adjustment number 1. Adjustment number 1 says value of machinery is rupees 25,000. Simple to understand this. There is an increase of rupees 5,000 in machinery. The book value is given 20,000 and its market value is 25,000. There is a profit of rupees 5,000 which will be added to machinery and credited to revaluation account. So here it is machinery 20,000 plus increase 5,000, outer column 25,000, and this is a profit, so will be credited to revaluation account by machinery rupees 5,000, and journal entry will be machinery account debit to revaluation account. So here it is journal entry machinery account debit to revaluation account. Next item. Next item is investment. We have already finished with the adjustment topic, so investment topic. Next item is debtor, so we have finished with debtors also. Next is stock, and which is marked with adjustment number 1. Adjustment number 1 says value of stock is rupees 5,000. So here stock is given 10,000 and adjustment says the value of stock is rupees 5,000. That means there is a decrease in the value of stock by rupees 5,000. So we will be recording in balance sheet stock 10,000. Stock 10,000 and minus decrease 5,000. This decrease 5,000 is a loss, so will be debited to revaluation account. Here it is to stock account 5,000, and journal entry will be revaluation account debit to stock account. So here it is revaluation account debit to stock account. Okay. Next item. Next item is about the cash and bank. So we will be making an account of that. This is the opening balance. We will be writing at the debit side of that cash oblique bank account. Debit side to balance brought down 5,000. Okay. So here we have finished with both the side of balance sheet. Now one by one we will take adjustment. Those adjustment we have already considered. We will leave them, and those effects are to be given. We will be giving the effects. Value of first adjustment says value of machinery is 25,000 and value of stock is 5,000. We have already finished this adjustment, so no need. Second, the value of investment is rupees 8,000, which is taken by Naval at this price. This is also done by us. Third one is an amount of rupees 5,000 included in creditor is no longer payable, so that is also we have finished with. The fourth one is the provision for workman compensation rupees 2,000. That is also we have finished with. So fourth adjustment says the provision for workman compensation to be credited at rupees 2,000. That means they want to tell us here that we have to create a claim for workman compensation rupees 2,000. There must be a claim, and for that we have to create a provision. So that will be that, as we do not have any fund, workman accident compensation fund, that will be directly created out of revaluation account. So here it is to provision for workman compensation rupees 2,000, and its another effect will be given at the liability side of balance sheet. So here it is provision for workman compensation rupees 2,000, and if we talk about journal entry, so entry will come revaluation account debit to claim for workman, provision for workman compensation. Okay, let's see the next adjustment. Next adjustment says the provision for doubtful debts is to be kept at 10%. We have already done this adjustment. Now comes last adjustment. Goodwill of the firm is valued rupees 40,000. This is the only adjustment left. We have to give effect for the same. Now they are saying that goodwill of the firm is valued rupees 40,000. Here what we will have to do, we will have to find out the value of the retiring partner, and that value, that amount of goodwill will be given by the gaining partners. Okay, to whom it will be given? To the retiring partner. So first of all, we'll find the value. First, DK and N are partners. Their old ratio is 2:1. N is retiring. Naval share in the firm is 1/5. Total value of goodwill is 40,000. We will find the Naval's goodwill. It will be 40,000 into 1/5, 8,000. Now 8,000 will be paid to Naval by Dhaval and Kamal in their gain proportion. Gain proportion is not given, so the old ratio will be the gain proportion. Old ratio is 2:1, so gain ratio will be 2:2. So gain ratio will be 2:2. That is also can be written as 1:1. That means equal ratio. So out of 8,000, 1/2 part rupees 4,000 will be payable by Dhaval, and 1/2 part rupees 4,000 will be payable by Kamal. So here the entry is Dhaval's capital account debit, Kamal's capital account debit to Naval's capital account. 4,000, 4,000, 8,000. We very well know when we need to give credit of goodwill to the retiring partner, what is debited? The gaining partner's capital accounts are debited and retiring partner capital account is credited. So Dhaval's capital account debit, Kamal's capital account debit to Naval's capital account. Now we will be doing the posting of this entry. Here the posting is in the column of Naval, 2 times 4,000 will be written. 1 Dhaval's capital account and second Kamal's capital account, and the debit side of capital account to Naval's capital in the column of Dhaval 4,000, in the column of Kamal rupees 4,000. So this was all about the goodwill. Okay, now here we have finished with the sum. We will be making total of different accounts. First of all, we will find the balance of revaluation account. At the credit side, the total is rupees 10,000, and at the debit side there are 3 entries, 1,000, 5,000 and 2,000, that is 8,000. So difference comes 10,000 minus 8,000. Difference comes 2,000, which will be distributed in their old proportion, which is 2:1. So 2,000 rupees is the profit. This will be distributed in the proportion of 2:1 among 3 partners. So that comes amount 800, 800 and 400. This amount will be credited to their capital account. So capital account credit side by revaluation account for 800, 800 and 400. Now it is the time to close capital account. When we will be closing capital account, we will find. But before closing capital account, we will be passing a journal entry for the profit we found rupees 2,000. So journal entry for the same is here. Revaluation account debit to Dhaval's capital account to Kamal's capital account to Naval's capital account, being profit on revaluation distributed among old partner in old ratio. Now friends, we need to close capital account, but before closing capital account, we need to deal with the account of the retiring partner. So first of all, we will be finding the difference in the column of retiring partner. If we will make total of retiring partner, then it comes 19,500. Naval is retiring, its credit side total is 19,500, and debit side only 2 items are given, one 8,000 and another 2,000, so total 10,000. So there is a difference of 9,500 in the capital account of Naval. This is the final amount payable to Naval. Now friends, we are not given with any information what to do with this amount, whether this amount is to be paid in cash or to be converted in loss. Moreover, we do not have enough cash. We have only rupees 5,000 of cash. So we cannot pay to him in cash rupees 9,500. That means in that case, what we will do, we will be converting entire amount in his loan. In case of no information, the amount payable to the retiring partner will be converted to his loan. So this 9,500 will be converted to his loan. So here it is to Naval's loan account rupees 9,500. So here our Naval's account is closed, and this 9,500 will be transferred to balance sheet. So Naval's loan balance sheet under long term liability 9,500. Okay, and entry for the same will be Naval's capital account debit 9,500 to Naval's loan account 9,500. Okay, now friends, it is a time to close the capital account of the remaining partner, when I will be making total of Kamal's credit side, it is 23,000, and debit side there are two entries, 4,000 each, so 8,000. Credit side 23,000, debit side 8,000. Then that means there is a difference of rupees 15,000 at the debit side. So two balance carry forward 15,000. The same way, when I make the total of doubles column, credit side is 33,000 and debit side again it is 8,000. The difference of two will be 25,000 at the debit side. So two balance carry forward 25,000 and 15,000. This balance will be carried forward in new balance sheet. So capital account 25,000. Dhaval, Kamal 15,000, outer column 40,000. Okay. Finally, we will be closing cash account. Cash account we don't have any other entry. Only balance brought down is 5,000. So same will be balance carry forward 5,000. This will be recorded at the asset side of balance sheet. Cash account, cash balance rupees 5,000. And now we will be making total of balance sheet, which comes rupees 62,000 both the side. So here it is all about sum number 5. Next lecture we will be doing with sum number 6. You are requested to revise this sum again and again, so you will be able to solve it easily.